A prisoner who thought he'd been jailed for 2.5 years is still there after 15 with no sign of release. Roddy Russell from the Forest of Dean was handed an open-ended sentence for threatening to kill his ex-partner. Martin Jones has been talking to his brother, who's trying to get him out.
Roddy Russell and his brother Roddy grew up in the Forest of Dean. But life wasn't easy for Rob. His mental health has been a lifelong struggle for him, hasn't it?
I would say so, yes, definitely. From primary school age, maybe even before that. Again, that's something for the psychologists and the psychiatrists to work out, but not the prison ones.
In 2009, Rob threatened to kill someone and was found outside their house with 2 cans of petrol nearby. He pleaded guilty to making threats to kill and was eventually given an indeterminate sentence, or IPP, with a minimum tariff of 2.5 years. He thought he'd be released at that point, but 15 years later, he's still locked up at Swaleside Prison in Kent. I mean, you're campaigning for Rob's release, but do you accept that he did a terrible thing?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not defending what he did, and what he did must have been terrifying for the victim. At the end of the day, there is a victim out of all of this. What I'm campaigning for is the disproportionate length of the sentence.
Rob needs to convince the authorities he's safe to be released, but his mental health is now so poor he won't engage with the system. His brother thinks he'd only improve if he was released to an NHS mental health hospital, as he nearly was a few years ago.
Based on what the psychiatrist had said, 6 months, I think 6 months, yeah, they'd probably have him fixed. His old employer's willing to employ him.
Roddy says his brother is now sober and not dangerous, but prison has taken a serious toll on him.
He has seen murderers, rapists, paedophiles, other criminals that have committed heinous crimes come into prison after him and then get released.
Now, the type of sentence that Rob was given, the IPP, was scrapped in 2012 and is now widely regarded as unfair. The issue is that when it was scrapped, it wasn't retrospective, so anybody already on one stayed on one. And that remains the case, even though the politician who introduced IPPs, Labour's David Blunkett, now admits they were a mistake. The Bishop of Gloucester has visited Rob in prison and is echoing calls by campaigners to re-sentence IPP prisoners.
If you are in a prison cell, on a wing, alongside people who know what their maximum tariff is, and you have no idea of that yourself, that seems to me extremely unjust, inhumane, and hardly surprising that your mental health is going to be put under immense strain.
In a statement, the government said it is right that IPP sentences were abolished. The Lord Chancellor is working with organisations and campaign groups to ensure the appropriate course of action is taken to support those still serving them. One of the things that hurts Roddy the most was that Rob wasn't allowed out of jail, even to go to their mum's funeral.
Hello, Rodrigo. This is brother Robert.
He does get regular phone calls, but without a change in the law, those and an occasional visit will be his only contact with his brother.
I'll try and ring you again. Ciao for now. Love you, boy. Can't wait to see you on visit.
Martin Jones, BBC Points West.